little bit earlier or later. But yeah, I'm not a member of a secret society, or I'm not. I don't work in.
Wow, I never knew.
No, exactly. But I think
incredible.
if you, for example, have a talk with Julian, he knows much more about everything, how this is connected. He has done the matrix file, so he has more knowledge. And yeah, he's in England, so maybe you can also have a call with him. I will also tell him. And yeah, what I know is in England there's a place called Bletchley Park is in Milton Keynes.
Park, yes.
And there's a lot to do with this place with coding that was also relevant in the World Wars, this Enigma code and everything. And it's a very significant place. Also, I don't know if you took notice of the event on the 26th of September 2017. There was this event with Prince William in Milton Keynes, marking the 50th anniversary, where they unveiled the Milton Keynes Rose, and this was a big matrix day. And a lot of this coding things goes to Milton Keynes, which is there are articles also out that this is a really important place for the Illuminati. And if you look at the buildings, they have like pyramids, or this shopping mall, the Escape, or how is it called? This shopping mall looking like the Eye of Ra, of Horus.
Oh, right. You know? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of this occult stuff in Milton Keynes. And Julian has put a lot of information out. He's going with people to Milton Keynes, showing them around and pointing the different things. Because if you're not aware, you don't take notice. But once you know, then you start to see the symbology and all this stuff in a lot of places. We have a lot of this all-seeing eyes, for example, in Bern, a capital of Switzerland. We have had a guy from South Africa who has made a lot of videos about Switzerland, the obelisks and all of that, you know. But you have that a little bit everywhere. But I think once you know about it, you can see.
Well, this is what I've said to people who watch my videos, you know, the symbology, what people do with their fingers at events and so on. It really is very significant. They are passing messages on, and it's no good for us to say, oh, well, I'm not interested in that. Either, you know, you want to seek the truth or you don't. Milton Keynes, if I remember rightly, I've only been a couple of times, and the town was pretty much obliterated, I think, and isn't the road system on a grid system?
Yeah, it's like there are solstice lines, and it has been, the whole city layout has been done in a very significant way. I mean, I can show you. This is, for example, if you can see a picture, I can show you. I can send you all these infographics later from Julian. Yeah. Then people can look it up themselves. They can look up this place themselves and on the internet.
Right. But it was actually rebuilt
on the 26th of September.
Yeah.
And with Prince William in Milton Keynes unveiling this black rose, Milton Keynes rose. And I will also send you the article about it. Here's the shopping mall looking like the Eye of Ra, of Horus.
Oh my goodness me. Did you say that it's black rose for Milton Keynes? What's the significance of black rose?
Has to do with Rosicrucian and Black Madonna and everything, that it's also like for them relevant. This black rose, you know, we have that also with the Jesuit. We have like, for example, in Switzerland, a monastery where they have a black Madonna that wears different dresses, and the black rose is a reference also to the Black Madonna, and it's all this occult Babylonian paganism stuff they're worshipping. Like in scripture, it says not to worship any icons or idols. And these pagans, they're totally into worshipping their deities and different kind of gods, and it's all against scripture. And I think maybe some people are doing it because they're not aware, but yeah, that's why it's important to highlight it to people so they can change the direction and get on this narrow gate the Bible talks about, to take the narrow gate.
Well, somebody showed me a video that was going around social media yesterday, and there was a child doing the Satanic Six. So why would they get children involved in this?
Yeah, it's mind-blowing what is going on, what they're doing to children, having them also as transgender, or like I've seen pictures of boys who are dressed as transvestites dancing. I'm like, oh my goodness, you know. it's really diabolic and satanic what is going on. And I have been very outraged when I saw what was going on in Switzerland in 2016. I'm not sure if you've seen it, the Gotthard ceremony.
Yes, that's the Hadron Collider, the opening ceremony
Of the Gotthard tunnel, the train tunnel.
Yeah.
Not CERN.
Oh, not
yeah,
CERN.
Yeah, and they did this inauguration, and it was like, oh my goodness, like it's been sponsored by as far as I know, Credit, like one of the Swiss banks and the Swiss Federation. They put money into this event, and if you look at it, the music and all this, it's really sad. It makes you really uncomfortable to watch it. I mean, it's like how they can spend so much money for this stuff, and the people are just thinking it's art or whatever, when it's like, it's so disturbing, you know. And but yeah, we're living in a satanic world, in a satanic system, and this needs changing.
And most of the churches don't seem to be covering this at all. I've tried educating people from churches, and to be fair, I'm finding they're the people that are hardest to get to realize, because this is how this world has been devised. People have been kept in little groups. You know, each religion has become some sort of cult. So you based really in Switzerland. You're at the heart of a lot of the financial side of things. And you mentioned at the beginning that you had worked in a bank. So did you see any of this, or was your work totally unrelated to this?
Well, what I could just see is like the banks and the corporation, they work like hand in hand, and it's a lot of the corporation, they are really destroying the planet, the earth. They are taking away things from people, like in poor countries, and they're not being held accountable. I mean, there are a lot of people, especially now in Switzerland, who are seeing the problem with the corporation, and they try to do something about it. But as long as the corporations get funded by our trust, the birth certificate is and as long as the system works in this way, that's the main thing. What needs to change then? The law needs to be restored.
God's laws.
Because legal, they are protecting their business, they're protecting the corporations and not the people. It works against the people, especially empathic, the caring people. They are getting targeted because these are the people who are standing up and doing something against, you know, pedophiles or corporations, etc. Yeah, I suggest also people look up the YouTube video called I Am Fishhead. about corporate psychopaths. It's a really good video. It's also on our flyer. And yeah, it's the people who get promoted they're like, they don't care about other people. It's just about profit and them having a fancy life with luxury, but they don't care if other people are starving or don't have enough. That's what needs changing. Also, it's like you have the narcissistic on top, and this needs to be changed, plowed around, that this altruistic, empathic personality types are on top, because these are the kind of people that take care that everyone has a life that is
worth living.
Yeah,
we have situation in the UK at the moment. We have so many people that are like hunting for their next meal, worried about their next meal. They are homeless, and yet our government continues to bring in people from all over the world and put them in 3- and 4-star hotels. I don't know if that's something that happens in your country.
Yeah, I think it's happening everywhere in Europe. They're bringing in people. It's all profitable, you know. People who get homeless, it's all profitable. It's all because of the bonds, the birth certificate, and this is what people need to know about. And that's what has been the most part of my time, is educating people around me everywhere. Like, did you know? And I had like people saying like, oh, I never heard about the birth certificate. And I said, that's why it's called Revelations. We are in Revelations, and it's about time people are learning all of this. And if they don't want to listen or don't want to hear about it, they will later probably have issues then when they need the information, but they didn't want to listen. Then they will run around like, oh, what do I need to do? But they didn't want to listen before. So
I know, absolutely. To finish off with Switzerland, I know you're all broken into cantons.
Yeah.
And your country had I think a national referendum was it about immigration a few years ago? Did you actually, did the Swiss say they didn't want more people coming in? And what actually happened? Can you remind me, please?
I mean, it's all a joke anyway. Why voting? You give away your trust trading name, and the important stuff they don't ask you, and they do whatever they want. Nobody was asking Switzerland, would you like to have trial by jury removed? They just did it, you know. It's all a facade, it's all a show. And it's in Switzerland where you have to go voting and put the vote in. It's called urne. It's normally where you put the ashes of someone deceased in. So I'm telling people, like, you're burying your voice in a thing for dead people, you know. It's like there's no point.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Wahlurne, we say. So I don't know how it is in England, but there's no point in voting. I didn't know that years ago, but now with all the information I know now, I stopped voting. I mean, what's the point, you know?
That's right, exactly. Do not give your consent.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. No consent, no jurisdiction, no contract, no consent, no consent, no contract, no jurisdiction. And people can write their own anti-legal entrapment card. They can also send you the template then. And if whenever the police or authorities want something, you just show them your anti-legal entrapment card. This protects you. And I tested that myself several times. It protects you from legal entrapment. And I also would suggest people always start to record or even live stream whenever they get in a situation with police, etc. That's really important. They don't want
anything else you'd like to add? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No problem. I will send you the information, and you can share it then with the people listening.
Well, Sarah, it's been a joy to listen to you, and it's just I pray that you will have a better 2021. I hope you will get reunited with your son.
Thank you, Caroline. It's really kind. I pray so too.
And I'd love to have you on again when you wish. You've been a great host. Well, no, I'm the host, aren't I? Am I supposed to be the host? I'm the host. You've been a great interviewee. Thank you to everybody.